YouTube, Shinkenger here with a review of the Ressha Sentai ToQger, ToQ Ressha EX, Goseiger Ressha, and Gokaiger Ressha. So we had the Goseiger Ressha and the ToQ Ressha last time. Now we have the previous two Sentai, Gokaiger and Goseiger, and some cool red Ressha forms. So both of these retailed for about 1,000 yen or so a piece, so they are very, very much affordable. And especially if you can get them on a discount, they're even more so affordable. So they are pretty cool, and they have some neat functionality. So let's go ahead and take a look at these one by one. So go ahead and start with the Gokaiger Ressha and work our way backwards. The Gokaiger Ressha is obviously based off of the Gokai Galleon, as seen up here. Now, with all the other Super Sentai Ressha's released so far, this entire portion is always the same. Just a little bit different colors in the lining and everything like that. But the main mold is always the same. The only new part is the part that is all in front of this joint right here. So this is all designed after the Gokai Galleon, and it looks pretty cool. You got the logo right up there and right there. So that is pretty cool. Normally the logo's on the side, but I guess given the design of the Gokai Galleon, they decided to put it up on the sail. Now the sail does move. The transformation actually has you pushing it all the way forward. So that's cool. It's got a little additional movable piece, sort of like the ToQ Ressha. But overall, it's not that bad. You can split it apart right here and join them to make the two independent train portions, just like all the other Ressha, which is something I really enjoy. It's always fun. But outside of that, there really isn't anything else here. So we'll go ahead and remove the back and bring in our ToQ changer. I really wish those had independent sounds. And it works vice versa as well. Now, just like the other Sentai Ressha, transformation is very simple. Just fold the entire head back. The red Ressha will pop right off. Bring in the Gokaiger Ressha, split it in two. Front part will attach right where the red Ressha was. Fold that up and plug in place. And like I said before, flip the sail down. And the head will pop right out and around and fall into place right here to form ToQ-Oh Gokai-Oh. Such original names here, but here we go. So not that bad. It looks kind of neat. The head sculpt for Gokai-Oh is actually very accurate, and it looks pretty nice. The silver's nice on there and everything. Obviously, the whole boxcar sticking out thing is a little bit of an annoyance, but it's not all that bad once you just sort of get used to it. You got the Gokai Galleon up here, which actually looks very cool. Not quite the same as Gokai-Oh, but I just like the way that the Galleon looks sticking out like that. It reminds me a lot of a design I had in mind when the pirate theme was announced. So I kind of have a slight bias towards that. I kind of dig it. But it looks pretty cool all in all. Next up is the Goseiger Ressha, and despite my towards Goseiger, I've always really liked the mecha design, so I'm really excited about this, and it does look very cool. I'm a little bit biased toward the dragon header because I do love dragons a lot. Like I said, I've always liked the mecha design, so this is kind of a favorite little Ressha of mine. It's a little dragon train, and what is there not to love about a dragon train? So it rolls pretty good, just like all the other ones. Like I said, the base here is all the same as the other ones, just colored white, I guess, to represent the alternate color for the Goseiger's pants and such. But it's got this little bracket here. I guess that's supposed to represent a jaw. I think it would have been a little bit nicer streamlined to look a little bit more like the dragon header. But outside of that, it does look pretty nice. The horn doesn't move or anything like that. But I really do like the way it ends up looking. The Goseiger logo is right there. Obviously not on the other side, but you still got all the cool paint detailings as well. And it folds up just like all the rest of them. And of course you can split it apart in two and attach it just like that. And of course you can bring in the Gokaiger Ressha and you can attach that one back here and bring in the butt of the Gokaiger Ressha and attach that there, and then you have a big long dragon boat train. I love this line. And as per normal, attach the Goseiger Ressha right here, fold that up so you have the cool dragon. Take this piece, flip it around to reveal Gosei Great's helmet, and attach that right in there, and now you have ToQ-Oh Gosei Great. And he is pretty great. I like the way that the dragon looks. It looks enough like a train to mesh with the blue and green Reshas very well, while still emulating the dragon header of Goseiger. So it does a pretty good job of being both. And I really do like that, since not all of them are able to pull it off like that. A lot has to do with the frontal view of the helmet there. Kind of look like in the front of a train. As always, this is kind of a little bit but the Gosei Great helmet looks very, very good. The helmet designs up there have always looked pretty good on these, but I have to admit that the Gosei Great one does actually pull it off very well, and I like the way that it's detailed. It looks very, very cool. Now, of course, you can do some fun things like pop off the arms, attach Goseiger over here, and go ahead and attach Gokaiger over here. Like I said, you can get some sort of Sentai arms going on over here. And of course, since these can attach to any of these ports, you can attach them to the arms of Diesel-Oh and eventually build Dio as well to add a little bit of more flair to your combinations. They fold down like that, if that helps for any sort of reason. But I like the way that they look as arms. They're kind of neat. It's a big red boat arm of justice and imagination. Overall, I actually really like these. I dig the Super Sentai Ressha, at least these retail release ones, because they take an element from each series, mix it up with the train gimmick, and actually give you a cool little collectible that is very much affordable. So I really do dig it compared to past things like the Super Sentai Judenchi, which were overall kind of useless. But I really do like these. They interact well with ToQ-Oh, make some interesting combinations, and both accurately reflect an old mecha and an old combination from the past, while still representing the current season as well. So while these don't always gel with me, the Super Sentai Reshas definitely are. So we're up to 4 now, with Go-Onger and Shinkenger on the horizon. Unfortunately, it's not known whether we're going to get any more. The current toy catalogs are still sort of trickling out. We've seen the final train now, but unfortunately we haven't gotten any more scans of any sort of pages, so it's currently unknown if we're going to get any past Shinkenger, well, before Shinkenger technically. But hopefully we do, because I do really like these and would like to see some other seasons of mine get a little bit of recognition. So overall, they're good pickups, especially if you like these seasons. But if you like the Super Sentai Ressha gimmick so far, these are great little additions to the lineup. So thanks for watching, take care, and have a great one. Bye.